Hello and welcome back to the Ride Right Waxing Workshop. Tonight we have in a lovely pair of ladies Atomic Cloud 8 skis with matching bindings, in for a full service. Edges are in need of sharpening. We've got the standard chatter marks there which we'll get rid of. Base is actually quite moist, to be fair, so we're going to add obviously a new layer of wax to that. We're going to be using the Butter Original Wax, again one of my favourites. They do other waxes. They do the Graphite, they do the Pro, they do the Eco, they do the Indoor, so there's lots of waxes they do. I do have a mixture of waxes over there in the box, so if there's anything that you require, then please ask, or I always will ask with conditions, where you're going, what time of year you're going to be going. So basically we can try and put the best wax on the skis for your ability and also time of year. So we've got on here the standard side edge files there with the Diamond Bright in another one. So we're going to be working from black, which is extra coarse, blue, which is coarse, and red, which is fine. So we'll actually be really polishing those edges up once obviously filing them to get them as sharp and responsive as possible. Here we have a lighter which comes along with the PTEX, which is here, and that PTEX is for, we've got a little bit of a core shot just there on the side, so we're going to get this all sorted and repaired, making sure we get no moisture in there, which obviously would be no good for the rail and separating the ski. So we're going to get some detail work put onto that. Obviously my business card, obviously, if you wish to book in, or hit me up, and obviously the base bevel a tool there as well from Ski Man. So yes, I hope so. Let me just flip this one over. We've got some nice little bit of rust marks there, which will get organised and get sorted out. But yeah, onto the bit that I love. Let's get to it. Okay, on to the second ski. This one's in a little bit better condition than the first one. We're going to be doing the base sidewalls on a full wax, but just thought I'd remind you guys with the Ride Right Waxing top tip is get your boots out. Try and really wax as many skis as I can in the boots in the winter months, so getting ready for them for the upcoming winter season for when I'm off to the Alps myself. So yeah, Ride Right top tip, get your boots out, be it snowboard, ski boots, get them on your feet, get your feet conditioned to them, make sure that there's no issues with either the boot or your feet. Last thing you want is when you've paid all that money to get out there and find out you have an issue. So let's get back to it. Okay, so instead of watching a time lapse, I just thought I'd talk through what I'm doing with the waxing. Iron's at 110, so it's between 90 and 120 is the best temperature for the wax. If the wax is starting to smoke on the bottom of the iron is too hot. So you've got to get the base nice and warm. Obviously this is a wax we've laid down, and basically you can't really get the iron to touch the base of the ski. You've got to keep it as fluent and as moving as much as possible, because the actual wax adds the barrier, and that's what's obviously going to absorb into the actual P-tex, which we say, not the P-tex, rather the base of the ski. And then the warmer you get it, so you'll see me on the video clips me touching the underside of the ski, and that's purely and simply to make sure the temperature's gone through the ski, so it becomes as, I suppose, as porous as possible, like a sponge, so it absorbs all the wax in. And that's another reason why I store it in a hot room, because obviously then it cools at a lot slower rate, and just basically you get more absorption into the base of the ski. So yeah, let's get back to the time lapse. I'm just going to finish this off. You'll see me go up and down quite a few times, and you'll see me do a couple of very slow passes, and that's basically building the wax up at the front of the iron here, making sure I get full coverage across the ski and as maximum amount of heat in the ski as possible. So you can see the wax there, it's semi-drying, and then you go over it and it melts. So it's basically a bit of a technique of just keeping the iron moving and getting as much absorption there into the base as possible. So back to time lapse. Okay, so fresh out the hot room. These have been in there now for just over 24 hours. We're going to get these base all scraped and brushed with the nylon brush, and then onto the horsehair, followed up with a bit of Zardos to make sure these absolutely fly, and also we'll keep the rails and the edges as clean as possible for the storage until they hit the French Alps for Christmas. So let's get stripping. Okay, welcome back. Right, okay, these Atomic Cloud 8 Lady skis are all finished, ready for the Christmas time in the Alps. These have come out lovely. So, great shine on there, great finish. We've got, we can zoom in there. The edge is all back nice and sharp. All the corrosion has gone. I don't know if you do recall, we had that little bit of a core shot just there. Now this is always a tricky one, but that is now fully filled. It is totally flush to touch. The slight discoloration there is always a bit of a pain, because when you have the P-tex itself, no matter how hot you get it and how blue the flame is, it always creates a little bit of soot. And I actually did that 3 times to try to get it as clear as possible, and that was the best result that I got. But the good thing is it's fully sealed, it's fully flat. There is going to be no water getting into the core of this ski now, which is great. Obviously the brushes have all been used, the butter's all been applied, so these are all ready. So thank you ever so much indeed for watching. If you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you can share this film with people that are into skiing or live in the Devon area that do require their skis to be waxed, or if you just like people want people to watch my channel, I'd really appreciate it. If you can hit the like button, would really help. But if you would like to book in, my number is just there. Otherwise you can visit my website at www.ridelightwaxing.co.uk. My name is Tony Pearson. Thank you ever so much indeed for watching. And until the next time, see you soon.